Hello everyone, Manova Collectibles here with yet another Hot Toys unboxing and review video. And today, finally, we're taking a look at Dark Trooper from The Mandalorian. Guys, I'm so excited to have this figure in my collection and I can't wait to show you all the details. But before we start, if you are new to the channel and you want to check out the latest Hot Toys releases, posting videos and live streams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you don't miss anything. Alright guys, enough with the talking, let's start with the unboxing. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, and here we have the box, and as you can see, we have the Dark Trooper here in the front with a nice bright red eyes. This is the banner consistent with every Star Wars release. This is the side of the box, nothing there. This is the back with all the custom warning, small pieces, do not eat it. This is the other side of the box with a nicer picture of the Dark Trooper, and the bottom, Star Wars, and last but not least, the top of the box with the Star Wars logo. So simple, pretty much the same thing. So now let me open this up and see what else we have inside. And of course, we have the insert art, and let me tell you guys, this thing looks amazing. I love this picture and I can wait to show you this beast. Now let me open this up and take a look at the figure and how you'll see it in the packaging. Of course, as every unboxing that I do, guys, the smell of a brand new Hot Toys, and this is my favorite part of the unboxing. So let me remove the plastic here. You can see the figure looking really good. You have the gun, you have a few hands, and of course the base underneath. Alright guys, so now let me take everything out and take a closer look at the accessories. And here we have all the accessories, and yes, we have this simple base Dark Trooper. This time they spell it correctly. I'm not going to remove the plastic because I was lazy. So now let me show you the gun here, and as you can see, Nazi painted. I love the weathering and paint application, looking really cool. This metallic black with some scratches on the side, kind of with a silver touch, looking really good. Now here you can put the bullets. As you can see, you just push it like so and it will give you the effect that you have something in the little gun there. Then we have four hands, or two pairs of hands. So let me show you just a couple. And as you can see, brand new design. Love the detail on the fingers, very similar. If you have the 3-0 Transformers, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, very similar the way this is done, and that's basically it. Alright guys, so now take a closer look at this huge beast. And by the way, if you want to order this, make sure you check out Comic Concepts. I put the link in the description below. Let me tell you guys, this thing looks fantastic. Let me get my tape and see how tall this figure actually is. And this figure is about almost 13 inches tall. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at the figure, shall we? And here we have the Dark Trooper with all the details. And yes, it's black. It is my favorite color, so I'm not gonna complain. You can see some silver on the side. Love the shape of the helmet. You can see a lot of mechanical pieces going on underneath, especially on the neck, the back, because the back looks good as well. And of course the side of the figure with this silver color there. Now the question is, does this figure have some die-cast pieces? It does have die-cast pieces, but some of the joints are die-cast. So the first thing first, let's remove this and turn on the light so you can see the right or the bright red light up feature, and it looks good if you ask me. So let me just turn this off because I don't want to run out of batteries. Now moving down to the front, you know, I don't know if it's me, but this figure has some Vader-ish feeling, right? Like with this black, with the panel in the front. Now you can see the hands here, and of course some of the joints are die-cast, especially the joints on the arms and the joints on the legs. Now this is the other side with this silver color over here, and the other side as well. Now we have this belt which is attached to it. It is one piece, it's glued together, so don't even attempt. But some of the pieces you can move up and down. You can see underneath and between the legs this mechanical effect, looking good, especially that silver paint application. The legs moving down, you can see the joints. Now again, this seems to be die-cast. It feels cold, so I'm assuming it is die-cast inside, but everything else is plastic. This is the other side of the feet. You can take a look at that. This is the back of the figure, and of course you can see the booty. you can move these pieces up and down, and I guess it's just to give you some range of motion. Then in the back, of course, you can remove this piece here and have access to the batteries. So if you turn this on, you can see that the chest will light up. And yes, it is only red, but you know what? It is a good contrast between the black and the red, of course. Now, this figure is very, very shiny, and a lot of fingerprints are gonna be, you know, displayed on the figure. Now you can move the head up and down this much, and to the sides this much. Good articulation on the head. Now these pieces, you can move it up and down, and you can move this shoulder piece as well. You can lift it up about this much. You can actually move it this, and some swivel here on the biceps, not bad. Ratchet joints on the elbow, so that's good. Only that far you can move the arm, and of course the peg articulation on the hand, and also you can move it up and down. Now for the torso, you have some swivel, actually a lot of swivel, and up crunch. You can move it up and down, and that's basically it. Now you can remove this piece and take the torso, but because mine is a bit stiff, I'm not gonna tend because I don't want to break it, and I usually break things. That's not bueno. Now for the belt, you can move these pieces up and down. Again, for more range of motion, you can lift the leg for about this much. You have some swivel here on the thighs, not bad. And of course you can bend the knee, ratchet joints as well. And again, this is die cast, and some articulation on the feet, some swivel, and you can move it actually up and down. And last but not least, toe articulation. So really not bad. Very happy so far with the articulation. Alright guys, so now let's do some comparison here, and I'm gonna show you the three main guys of the show, right? Or four, or 3 1/4. We have Moff Gideon, as you can see, looking amazing, especially if you have more than one Dark Trooper. Obviously the Dark Trooper in the middle, Mando on the other side, and of course little Grogu looking cute as always. Alright guys, so now let's do some poses here, and I'm gonna start with something very simple. Now, one thing is that in order for you to keep this figure looking even better, you need to have the lights on. And that's a problem because they're batteries, and of course they're gonna die. If you can find a way of doing those you know, those batteries that you can just plug it in and leave it on for a long time, that will be your best bet. Now for the next pose, I have one that I kind of like, is when the Dark Trooper was fighting Mando. And as you can see, very simple pose. I didn't want to do nothing crazy because, you know me, I'm not an expert poser, but I think this pose look very cool, especially because they give you the effect that the Dark Trooper is about to punch in the face to my friend Mando. Alright, for the next one, we have the Dark Trooper with Grogu, and those eyes look amazing. I'm telling you guys, this red is very, very bright. I wish I can leave it on all the time, but I guess it is what it is. And as you can see, a very simple pose with a Grogu. It will definitely create some character when you put it on your shelf. Now for the next one, I have to include this guy in a walking pose. You know me, I have to try it all the time, and I think it looks badass. I kind of like the articulation on this figure, so poses are really not gonna be an issue, especially if you do walking poses. Now one thing you need to be kind of mindful is the balancing. When you do this type of poses, the body tends to go to the other side, right, to the right or left, depending on how you put the legs. Now this one here, I have I have the Dark Trooper pretty much begging for his life because yes, I included Luke Skywalker, and I can wait for the Mandalorian version of Luke because I want the black robe. You know, and as you can see, Luke is pretty much staring at the Dark Trooper, and he's like, no, please don't kill me. And of course, last but certainly not least, yes, Moff Gideon, and yes, I have to put him next to the Dark Trooper. I'm debating, I might get a second one because this guy looks badass. Let me tell you, it's different, and I like different things. It looks good. And of course, Grogu looking cute as always. Alright guys, so this is gonna take me to my final thoughts about this figure. I'm so happy to have this figure in my collection, and let me tell you guys, start with the likeness. This is a fantastic representation of the Dark Trooper as seen in the Mandalorian show. This figure doesn't have a lot of accessories because guess what, it's a trooper, so just for that it will not come with much. just a few hands, the base, and of course the rifle. And the articulation of this guy is actually pretty good, so I'm very impressed what they did with this particular figure. And because of that, my final score is 9 out of 10. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook group 6Scale Media for anything related once the score figures. Both links in the description below. And if you have some time, check out these 2 cool videos. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.